We are group number 12. Under the operation and technology assignment, we discussed the how GIS can improve the agriculture in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is the agricultural based country. Under the in the industry people that agriculture industry people they face the many challenges. One of the challenges is the enhancing production in the situation of doubling natural resources necessary for production. As a result, globally they try to get the solution into ICT used for this increase this production for agriculture sector. One of the application is the GIS. GIS is the geographic information system that can use for agriculture sector. Under the GIS system, they can create that system can create the manage and analysis and map the all type of data. That means any person in that is industry, they can get all type of data by using this GIS system. And then GIS help to analyze and get the details of that agricultural information. GIS can apply for agriculture by soil analysis, mapping various crop models, drainage system through the illusion model, crop analysis, crop mapping, and landscape mapping for irrigation. These kind of things we can do under the GIS system. And GIS GIS in the agriculture. Some of the example we can see here: crop yield prediction, crop health monitoring, livestock monitoring, inspect and pet control, irrigation control, flooding and erosion and drought control, farming automation. These kind of areas can cover under the GIS system. And next, we'll continue by the Samindi.
Thank you, Shrimali. I am going to explain you about the uses of GIS for agriculture in various countries such as India, USA, and Arabic. Agriculture authorities in many countries, both developing and developed countries, use GIS to ease their operation and also to increase the efficiency and accuracy of their plans and forecasts. Uses of agriculture to support GIS use in each of these countries. GIS in United States of America, the Department of Agriculture in America, known as a USDA, use GIS system to enhance the productivity of the large plantation under the authority. The farmers are also provided with applications such as Crop Escape to communicate directly with official and gain real-time insight about the agriculture updates. Next slide. When India is a concern, it is the economy has a large portion in agriculture sector. Therefore, they use artificial intelligence to make use of advanced GIS technologies. They have also been available mobile GIS technologies for farmers who can gain the real-time news about their cultivation. Next slide. The Arabic also pursue agriculture as one of their main income source in their landscape. Despite of the scarcity of water, GIS has supported them immensely to locate water source for their cultivation. In addition to the agriculture authority is working according to the process of obtaining GIS data and processing and analyzing them to provide farmers with necessary information in the form of maps. Then continue with Suraj.
Okay, earlier my friend described about the what is GIS and how they apply for the agriculture in other countries. So if we consider about the application and potential use in GIS in Sri Lankan agriculture, in next slide I described how they are applied. Actually, we know that Sri Lankan agriculture sector can be divided into the two sectors, that is crop cultivation and the animal husbandry. So if we consider about these two things, there is a lot of potentials to apply this GIS for both these segments. The next slide I will describe about the GIS application for crop cultivation. In the first I use that potential is analysis of crop field and damage crop region and forecasting. So if we consider about that this one, we know that different information Sri Lankan crop field is important for input for estimation. As a satellite-based GIS will provide yield assessment and forecasting for that. You know that this is very timely and accurate and scientific and objective estimation of various crop parameters, and it important for our local farmers. Second one is agriculture mapping. Actually, that's agriculture mapping also. There is a potential to use in Sri Lankan agriculture. We know that there is very helpful for mapping current and future variance in sleet and crop output and temperature like things. It's also important for farmers to do their agriculture. Third one is soil analysis. Actually, soil analysis, we know that in agriculture it is important thing. So Sri Lankan traditional method used for these things, you know, that chemical analysis kind of things, but we can use GIS, satellite-based GIS for analysis of soil analysis. So it also important for our farmers to do their growing patterns and identify the growing patterns and nutrients contents. As a fourth one, I use that analysis of visualize of agriculture environment. Actually, this kind of things is important for agriculture scientists. We know that in dry zone henna cultivation, it is important this analysis for them to GIS users and potentials. In the last one, I use the nutrient determination. Actually, GIS can be applied for this one also, because we know that currently we face issues related to nitrogen and urea supplementation. But if we use GIS, we farmers can know how to apply these, what is the requirement of this nitrogen and urea content. So we can apply those things according to that. That is about the crop cultivation. Next slide, I describe about how to use this GIS and potential to use GIS in animal husbandry. We know that animal husbandry face a lot of problems related to animal diseases. It actually give losses to farmers. Same time, it reduce the production of animal. As example, we know that epidemic foot and mouth diseases, farmers mostly affected by this. So if we consider about the GIS, it is a powerful tool for prevention and controlling the diseases, because it can be used for disease outbreak notification and prevention and eradication, and also explaining the disease dynamics. It's important for veterinarians to identify the disease pattern. So next slide, my friend Prabhat will discuss about the challenges of GIS implementation in agriculture sector. Thank you.
The Sri Lankan agriculture sector is not embracing advanced technology due to lack of availability or awareness of available smart technology. Here we can identify the major barriers and limitations that can be faced when integrating GIS in the agriculture sector. One of the main issue is inadequate components such as hardware, software, and supporting technological infrastructure. The hardware and software employed here are, however, two business brands. So it needs more investment to operate GIS technology. Another major challenge is software problems. The software itself is often designed for Western societies and standards. It may not fully meet the needs of other cultures or developing countries. Then lack of expertise is another challenge when implementing the system. GIS implementation requires fully trained human resources, but it is costly to train and acquire those expertise. Local manpower and expertise in GIS are not enough for proper implementation of GIS in Sri Lanka. Then poor technological strategies and inefficiency of the current government structures, arrangements, and managements are another challenges that have been faced in the agriculture sector. It is often difficult to get budget approved for the purchase of new technology. GIS requires investment in hardware, software, data collection, education, training, and it is very difficult to get financial support for such projects. Next slide, please. Then we will consider about a solution to overcome those issues. First, more research and development need to be carried out to improve the use of modern technology in the agriculture sector. Both government and private sector involvement in technology, mainly R&D, should be strengthened through the collaboration with local universities and research organizations. When considering about the software related problems and redesigning programs, national and international agencies and foundation may take it upon themselves to get this type of development. In a long-term perspective, it is also important to understand the operations performed by the software. Developing countries, primary need is sufficient training, not more user-friendly software. Because of that, required training should be provided in order to implement this GIS successfully. And also government support is critical to reduce the cost of technology by using different management and incentive schemes. Finally, sufficiently skilled staff is vital for the success of any GIS project. There was a shortage of people with GIS knowledge in the industrialized world, mainly in developing countries. To overcome these issues, can train personnel and staff in GISI on or send a number of people to university or training center abroad, or otherwise, training can take place within the country in order to secure long-term perspective. Thiruna will continue hereafter.
Thank you, Chandiba. Let's discuss opportunities arising from use of GIS for agriculture. The introduction of new technology always create a lot of opportunities. Similarly, GIS also created tons of opportunities in several sectors, including agriculture. So agriculture always developed with parallel to the development of technology. So it is very important to discuss the opportunities and benefits out of the GIS technology. Let's discuss few of them. Increased land usage, production and cost saving. Efficient geographic information system technology provide farmers to and agricultural professionals to improve land input and eliminate excessive expenses. And it helps to save fertilizer and the time. So because of the GIS system, farmers and professionals could save the time as well as the money and land. Therefore, they can earn more and get a more harvest. The crop, another opportunity is crop health tracking. Satellite photos, using satellite photos and other data, GIS help farmers to determine which crop require more care. Therefore, farmers can treat those crops and get more out of the crop. Therefore, it's a big opportunity for the farmers to get more from their crops. So livestock monitoring is another important opportunity. Livestock monitoring means is tracking animals is one of crucial thing in livestock farming. So GIS help to track the animals, and they can, using the GIS, they can measure health, fertility and nutrition of the animal, and therefore farmers can easily act according to the data, and then they can get best output from their animals. Another one important thing is water management. The monitoring vast field to ensure the crop receives adequate water that is a very difficult task. So water management using images and high resolution photos from this which is taken by satellites. Using those things, they can evaluate water stress in each crop. So that is impossible thing in normal our traditional farming, but using that technology now they can determine the water requirement of each crop, and then can provide solutions. Therefore, and it helped the farmers to put more attention on those fields, and after that it gives them more output. So controlling insect and pest, another solution, and also controlling flooding, erosion, and droughts. So flooding into those, previous records are with the system. Therefore, using those previous records and field surveys, and those using the data and photograph, GIS system gives enough information to farmers and relevant professionals for their decision making, and therefore they can do their activities according to the previous data. So it is farmers their duty, their job. And another opportunity, it's a very important opportunity, that is automation in agriculture. In future, you will be able to see robots, intelligent irrigation system, self-driving harvesters, and weed removal robots in paddy fields. So in future, a lot of machines will be installed in paddy fields, and farmers can easily get their harvest using the technology of GIS. So GIS system will help farmers to get more output using machines, and integrated with the machines and information. The future will be based on GIS. So this is the one solution for future food requirement. Food requirement also increasing. Therefore, we need to go for new technologies. So GIS is one of that. So in conclusion, we can say, so for the future growth in agriculture must come new technologies. So Sri Lanka needs to get modern advanced technologies into the country, into the agriculture sector. The efficient technologies, GIS technologies, provide platform for farmers and agricultural professionals to use more efficient agricultural and farming techniques in increased food production, which actually required in future that food requirement to match the future food requirement. We need to get these latest technologies into the country. So thank you much. Our team is Terina, Samindi, Chandima, Srimali, and Suraj. Thank you very much for watching.